Assalamu alaikum. My name is Zishan Rahat Qureshi. I'm the founder and CEO of High Achievers League. So today I thought to make a video to let you guys know how to fill the Fulbright application because I know that many of you may have been waiting till the last moment of the Fulbright deadline, which is on March 5th, 2025, to fill up your application. So, if you are one of those people still waiting or still filling out your application, let's have a brief review of the Fulbright application. All right. So when you start the application, this is the message that you see on this website. You can apply for a Fulbright program. Filling out the application on our site is the first step in the process. Read all instructions and information carefully before completing the application. So, what's the eligibility? Pakistani citizens. So, you need to be a Pakistani citizen if you want to apply for the Fulbright program. And although this particular application that I'm talking about is about Pakistani citizens, but generally you would find applications that are similar to this one, even if you are not in Pakistan or if you're not filling a Pakistani Fulbright application. So, Pakistani citizens with strong academic histories residing and working in Pakistan and committed to returning and serving Pakistan are welcome to apply. All disciplines are eligible. So, except clinical medicine, all other disciplines are eligible to apply. People in the fields of energy, water, agriculture, health, education, environment, and climate change disciplines are strongly encouraged to apply. So, people who are related to these given fields, they will get some extra points when they apply, but it does not mean that those students who are not directly related to these fields they can't apply. They can apply for sure as well, but these are the preference fields that they have given to you. So you need to be a Pakistani citizen. Pakistani citizen. Dual citizens are eligible except for dual U.S. national. So U.S. Pakistani citizens, they are not eligible to apply. But if you are a Pakistani citizen and a citizen of another country, then you can apply. And same is the case with those having a spouse, parent, or child over 18 years of age who is a US citizen or permanent resident. They are also not eligible to apply. So you should be a Pakistani citizen. If you are a dual citizen, then it's okay if you are a Pakistani citizen plus the citizen of any other country except for the US and Pakistani citizens or those having a spouse, parent, child, or a child over 18 years of age who is a US citizen, they are also not eligible to apply. A US citizen or permanent resident. All right, so Pakistani citizen with strong academic histories, residing and working in Pakistan, and oh, all right, we read this. So you need to be a resident or studying in Pakistan if you have completed a 4 year bachelor's degree or a 2 year bachelor's degree and 2 year master's degree. So either a 4 year bachelor's degree or a 2 year bachelor and a 2 year master's, that is 16 years of formal education, you can apply for the master's program. Or master's, MPhil, or comparable degree. So if you have 18 years of formal education from an accredited university, you can apply for the PhD program. You need to possess a high level of fluency in English and written English, and obviously, you will need to demonstrate that through the interview process if you are selected till that stage. Have not already availed a Fulbright award for any degree program. So now, here people generally confuse this with other non-degree programs. So if you were selected for a semester exchange program during your bachelor's, then you are still eligible to apply for a Fulbright master's or PhD program. But if previously, let's say you were selected for a Fulbright master's program, then you are not eligible to apply for a Fulbright PhD program. So if it was a semester exchange program, a non-degree program, it's okay then you can apply for Fulbright master's or Fulbright PhD. But if you were already selected for Fulbright Masters at some point in the past, then you're not allowed to apply for Fulbright PhD. And remember another thing. So you can either apply for a Fulbright Masters or a Fulbright PhD, but not for both. All right. So employees, contractors of the Fulbright organization, the US Department of State or USAID, and their spouse, children, siblings, dependents, and parents are ineligible to apply. Okay, so the GRE is required for Fulbright. So GRE or Graduate Record Examination is required of all applicants under the new scoring system. So you need to have a minimum of 145 for each section. So 145 for English and 145 for math, with a higher score on the section most applicable to your field of study. So this means that if you are applying for an engineering program, then your math score would be seen more closely. If you're applying for an art program, for instance, then your English score would be seen more closely. So applicants must also possess a high level of fluency in spoken and written English. The selected candidates will be required to take the test of English as a foreign language, a TOEFL. So you do not need to apply for, you do not need to take the TOEFL test right now. Those students who are selected for the program at a later date, then they will be notified to take the TOEFL test. Please note that HEC attested documents are preferable with the application, but degree and transcript attested by issuing authority will be acceptable at the time of application. So if you have got your transcripts degrees verified by HEC, that's preferred. But even if you haven't done that so far, then you need to get your transcripts attested by the issuing authority, which is your university from where you completed your degree. Plagiarism in an application will lead to disqualification at any stage of the program. So do not copy, do not plagiarize, do not use chat GPT when you're writing your essays. Okay. So please fill out the application form according to the following instructions. You should not mail this form directly to any university in the United States. So you're not supposed to, fill up this form and send it to any university. You don't need to do that. You all you need to do is submit this form online. All right. Number one, all forms in this application are to be completed in English. Each page of the following application carries its own instructions that should be read carefully before proceeding. Number three, questions must be answered completely and carefully. Please make every effort to limit your responses to the space provided. Number four, completed applications should be submitted online to the Fulbright Commission office in your country or citizenship as soon as possible. Before you begin this application, you should make sure that you are aware of all the deadline dates and requirements, as these may vary from country to country. So, as I mentioned before, the deadline for Fulbright in Pakistan this year in 2025 is 5th of March. Incomplete applications will not be considered. Do not mention the names of any US universities you wish to attend in this application. The university preference sheet is included for the purpose. If you do not hold a valid Pakistani passport, apply for one immediately. So you will need a Pakistani passport for this. Attach a copy of your complete CV. All successful candidates are required to sign a contract with USEFP that binds them to return to Pakistan immediately after their program in the US and serve the country for the number of years equivalent to the length of their scholarship program, minimum of 2 years. This contract is redeemable on a year for year basis, minimum of 2 years, after returning to work in Pakistan, so that as long as a person fulfills the service requirement, he or she will pay nothing. Otherwise, a grantee will be legally liable for the cost of his or her scholarship program in the US on a year for year basis. Additionally, successful candidates awarded Fulbright PhD grants are required to post a bond with the HEC. The bond is redeemable on a year for year basis. No grantee will be required to pay anything as long as they fulfill their contractual bond application. So if you get selected for the Fulbright program and you go to the US, then you need to come back to Pakistan for a minimum of 2 years. So if you had a master's program, let's say if it was 2 years long, so you need to come back and spend 2 years in Pakistan. You're free to do whatever you want while in Pakistan, but you do need to come back. And if you go for a PhD, then you need to come back for again for the same number of years that you spent in the US. And these are some contractual obligations that you have to fulfill. So if you are going for your master's, then you sign a contract with USEFP. If you are going for a PhD program, then in addition to signing a contract with USEFP, you also need to sign a bond with HEC stating that you will return to Pakistan for a specific number of years. All right. So specific instructions on application items. So there is an item number one in which you write your name. It is very important that you list your name exactly as it appears or will appear on your passport. Please use upper and lower case when entering your name. Okay, so item 11, degree objective. Select PhD or master's. Item 12, field of study. So from the choices, select the field of study most appropriate to your study objective. You can briefly elaborate on the exact nature of your objective in the text box that follows. Item number 14, institutions attended. Please list all post-secondary institutions attended in reverse order, putting the most recently attended first. List all post-secondary institutions attended, even those from which you did not achieve a degree. So if your MPhil is the last degree, then mention MPhil first, and then your master's, and then your bachelor's. So go in reverse chronological order. Item 21, occupational experience. Please select the position title which best describe the activity in which you are currently or most recently involved and all the previous experiences. So you need to give your work experiences in item 21. Item 27, study research objective. Now, this is the essay that is equivalent to an SOP or a statement of purpose, but here Fulbright guys they call it a study research objective. So the study research objective description that you provide is an essential and highly important part of your application. You should take great care to write a clear and very detailed description of the program you want to pursue. Clearly identify the areas within your field of study in which you want to specialize or concentrate. If there is a specific research that you want to accomplish, please describe it. So this is the part where you write about your study objective, about your research objectives. All right. Item 28, personal statement. The personal statement is a narrative statement explaining what is special, unique, distinctive, and or impressive about you or your life story. So now this is the part where you write about your life story. Every life story is unique. So you must have faced certain challenges in life. So here you need to write how you overcame those challenges and how those challenges showed your determination in life and turned you into a strong person that you are today. So it may include details of your life, personal or family problems, history, people or events that have shaped you or influenced your goals. Explain your interest in the field you propose to study and demonstrate that you are well suited into this field. It should also touch on your career plans and your purpose in applying for study in the US. Okay, item 29, additional information. Attach your CV here. Please feel free to use this page to give additional information about yourself. While there's no header on this page for which you need to leave space, it is still advisable that you preview your information to check the formatting before submitting your application. So, any other additional information in addition to your CV, you can put in this section. Okay, then there's a section on personal information. The information provided on this form will be used for US by USCFP for internal purposes only. So you need to put up your personal financial information here. Please complete only items 42A and 45. For 42A, if either parent is a government or military officer, give current grade rank or grade rank at which retired. Then there's another section for university preference. Now, this is where you are given choices to write your preferences. If you so, this also means that you will need to look at some of the universities that you are interested in applying and whose programs you want to apply in. So you're not required to state the university preferences, but if you would like, please complete this page as full as possible. Do not just list the name of a university in which you are interested. Be specific. Provide the name of the department and the specific program within that department in which you are interested. So this means that let's say if you are interested in applying to University of Chicago and your field is civil engineering, so do write it down that you are, civil engineering uh, MS in civil engineering, for instance, University of Chicago. And if you have a further specific interest like construction management, write that. Okay, so provide the name of the department and the specific program within that department in which you are interested. If you have been in contract or correspondence with a faculty member, please provide the name and contact information for that individual. Most important is to explain why you think that the university is a good fit for you. So you don't just give the name of the university and department, you also Let them know why do you think this university or this program is a good fit for you, why you are a good candidate for this program. If you have applied to US university within the past 3 years, please list the programs and the results. If you have letters of admission, letters of invitation, or other correspondence from a school, especially a preferred program, please forward a copy of this correspondent to Fulbright. All right. So, supplemental forms. So, letter of reference or recommendation. You must have three letters of reference or recommendation submitted on your behalf. Letters of reference are extremely important. All letters of reference should be written by teachers under whom you have studied or pursued research, or by someone who has supervised you in work related to your proposed field of study. Letters of reference should not be written by persons related to you either by blood or marriage or by personal friends. At least one academic and one professional or work related letter should be included among the letters. All right, so this means that you need to have three letters. So either two should be your education related references and one work related, or two work related and one education related. So your recommenders can submit their letters in the following way. You can print out the letter of reference form and forward to your recommenders, who will then complete the forms and mail to USCFP. Or your referee will receive an email to create an account and submit the reference letter online. So I would say that generally this is easier for your recommender to just, fill up your recommendation online. If your recommenders choose to send the recommendation letters through online system, you should make sure to request them to check their junk email folder in case they do not find this email in their inbox. So sometimes it happens that a particular email does not land in your inbox, in your recommenders inbox, but it may go in the junk folder. So it's important to let them know to check their junk folders. Okay, supporting documentation needed to complete your application. Your application is not considered complete until USCFP receives all your supporting documentation along with your online application. Please note that although you will be able to review and print your application before submitting it online, we do not require you to submit the hard copy of your Fulbright application. So this is all online process. Do not submit a hard application. The following must be forwarded to USCFP: three letters of recommendations, references, official academic transcripts from all post-secondary schools attended, attested copies of diplomas from registrar office for all post-secondary schools attended, original English translations when necessary, and GRE score report or proof of registration. All right. Academic transcripts. Applicants must upload complete and certified academic documents covering the entire period of study at universities and other post-secondary institutions. Documents must be accompanied by complete official English translations. If needed, these documents must consist of one attested official record transcript from each university or post-secondary institution you attended, even those institutions from which you did not receive a degree or diploma. The transcript should list the subjects you studied and the grades you received during each year of your enrollment. The issuing authorities must attest the photocopy. So you must upload the attested official transcripts. Attested official evidence of each post-secondary or university degree, diploma, or certificates awarded to you should be uploaded as part of the completed application. After the selection, you'll be responsible to provide the copies of transcripts and degrees assisted by HEC. So even if you have not gotten your transcripts attested by HEC at this moment, at a later date, if you get selected finally for Fulbright, you will have to get them attested by HEC. Okay, so note carefully, you must indicate that you want your score report sent to United States Educational Foundation, Pakistan, USCFP. You must indicate the USCFP code 9388 on the registration forms and or the forms provided the time you take the exam. So now they're talking about the GMAT or GRE, whichever tests you have taken within the last 5 years. So they will be valid within the last 5 years. So when you're taking that exam, make sure that you send a score report to this USCFP code 9388. Change of plans, you should inform USCFP promptly if any change in your academic status or future plans after your application has been submitted. Please email us at info@usefp.org. So this is where you need to email to USCFP even if you have a question. All right. How to complete the application? Each section has a save button. This allows you to save your application sections so you can return to continue with your application once you have completed all the sections. So for each section, you can save after you complete the section. And then once you have completed all sections, you will be able to review and submit your application. When you have completed your application, review it carefully before submission. The review and submit sections become available only after all the mandatory sections are complete. So if there is any incomplete section, you will not be able to review it. All sections except personal financial information and university preferences are mandatory. All right. So all fields in mandatory section with an asterisk symbol must be filled. The application status near the head section of the application would allow you to track your progress. Next to the application status, you would see application inspector link. This link would let you inspect the section of your application that is necessary to complete your application. Please list your referees here. All right, so this is the link for listing your referees. Download the letter of reference from here and send it to your referees. So in case you want to, download it and send it to the referees, then this is the way to go about it. Otherwise, if you want them to fill, if the referees want to fill the reference letters online, then when you mention their emails, they will get emails. When you mention their email address in the application, they will get emails with a link where they can go online and fill the application. All right. So, all right, this is the address of USEFP, and let's see what they're talking about the word limits. All right, so please do not exceed specified word limits. The system may prevent you from saving content that exceed given word limits. Browser requirements, you can use any of these browsers. And lastly, the instruction is please be patient. As you use this form, download times may vary depending on your internet connection speed. And then, after you have gone through the instructions, you will start the application and you will then be filling out this application. So, I just want to go briefly um, about this application with you guys so that you know the requirements for applying in the Fulbright program in Pakistan, and also so that you guys know some of the basic things that need to be filled up in the application. I hope this was helpful. So good luck, and those of you who are still, you haven't filled up your application, it's high time to go about it. Good luck and Allah Hafiz.